Hey guys, welcome back. We have some updates on the stolen Mew. I'm still saying it's stolen because it is definitely stolen at some point along the lines. That implying just that Pokemon would not have this card released. We still have to figure out exactly who's doing the wrongdoing, whether it's the original seller or not, is to be determined. So, just to start off here, if you haven't seen the first part or first video, please do that. I'll put the little clicky up in the top here if you want to check that out first, just so you can be up to speed. First off, we're going to look at the original listing from the original seller here. This is the Facebook Marketplace listing that the elderly woman who sold the Mews, amongst other things. Again, there are 3 of them. This is a screenshot that was taken by Brandon, who we met in the previous one. And then here's some conversation. Before we get into that, I just want to point out something that's a little bit odd. Let's see if I can zoom in here. So the listing, which is, I don't know if it's suspicious or it's just really, really odd, is for a bunch of cards that have been released that aren't really special in any way, in comparison to the Mews, obviously. But some like reverse foils and some other stuff that had some play on them, apparently, or some just that weren't in great shape, and that weren't anything out of the ordinary. So this is Brandon asking if the cards are still available. And the elderly woman that is selling them says, yes, it's available. And then Brandon here asks for the closer picture of the Mew, the gold card, because if anything's going to stand out, it's that. That's the card that isn't released. The rest of them have been, and certainly stand out. Like how did she end up getting Pokemon cards? The story goes that her husband passed away, apparently higher up at Millennium Print Group. And they sent her a condolences card and package or box, apparently a very ornate box. Still hoping to see a picture of that, both the I guess the card and the box itself, if I can ever get my hands on it. A photo of those would be certainly interesting and help with the story itself. Brandon says that he saw them when he was there to pick up the Mews. So here we got the conversation continues. She asks if there's a certain part of the card that Brandon would like to see. And of course, the camera isn't very good, as is always the case with items like this that are sketchy. The first photos have to be blurry. It's almost an unwritten rule. And also, I guess it kind of aligns with the fact that if there's an elderly woman with an old flip phone that's got a dirty camera and doesn't focus, then maybe maybe that's helping with the story. So I think his intention was to try to see what the set symbol was and the number on the card itself. But as you can see here, he definitely can't make that out. I guess the other four pictures here, so you can see that you'd be able to flip through, were some other cards that were of less significance and already released. So it's odd that they would have sent as like a condolences package, which I don't think Millennium at any point, anyone at the company would have permission to send out cards, even if they were released already. As far as I know, that is the property of the Pokemon Company, and they certainly aren't supposed to put stuff in a care package that hasn't been released and hasn't been seen by the public. But here they are. Apparently that's where they came from. Asking for more pictures here. And so Brandon's initial thoughts were that he wasn't going to go to this sketchy motel to go look at fake cards, but then saw a thread on Reddit about the card being real and leaked. So by the time Brandon went and got one, she only had one left of the 3. I don't know how the other 2 people didn't realize that they were real and purchase all 3. No idea. So they're nearby. Brandon goes and ends up picking up that 3rd card. And apparently he sees the box and the condolences card, the other cards that were there. There were some staff promos that I mentioned in the last video. Apparently those were just staff promos that already existed within previous pre-releases. So something modern that had a staff stamp on it. So nothing super duper special. As well as it's weird that the featured photo here is just a red and blue reverse. All right, so where do we get into here? This is the Better Look at Gold Mew from Celebrations. So there was a little bit of confusion of where this photo came from, but apparently this is the photo from the first buyer. Himra, I guess, was his Mercari username. This is his photo with the wood in the background. I don't know if it looks like it's probably a coffee table or a dining room table. So I don't know if that's actually Space Chicken 24. I don't think that it is, just by looking at the Space Chicken profile. It seems like it's just somebody that's looking for this sort of thing, doing a little bit of research and trying to find better pictures of these leaked items. I guess we can go through the 3 cards, where they've ended up, what we know about them. So the first card went to Himra here, and apparently that was sold. We don't know who it was sold to. If you're the person that bought it, feel free to reach out. If you know who the person is that bought it, feel free to reach out. We can keep your name private if you haven't disclosed that already. But it would be cool to be able to track this one down. Card 2 went to someone unknown, and I haven't spoken to them. But apparently that one is now also in Brandon's possession. So, I would imagine that he's going to sell that. I'm not sure, but maybe we'll put an update on that. Card 3 was the one that Brandon originally picked up, and then sold to someone that we're going to refer to as V, because he did not make his name or anything public in terms of selling the card. But I was in touch with that person, and they are awaiting that initial shipment. So here I gotta give a big thanks to Pokevolver and a few other people who mentioned that there is a Millennium Print Group facility in Howard, South Dakota. Very cool. I don't know how this didn't turn up on my initial searches, but after I knew it was in Howard, I guess it made it a little bit easier to do that search. So here we go. We got a little newsroom. This is 2020 November. Millennium Print Group setting up shop in Howard. So this is a little bit weird as well to coincide with the story, because unless her husband passed away and was part of the other Millennium location, and then maybe they moved here and then he passed away just recently. But it's odd that she's still there. I don't know the full details on what that story is, but apparently she's in Howard. How you would be higher up and long term, probably wouldn't be at this facility. So maybe at the other facility, and then got sent here to be in charge of this. So this is where they expanded to North Carolina. Maybe we'll scroll through this just in case. I'm sure this will be available. I don't think they're taking it down anytime soon, but in case anyone wants to read through any of that, you can give it a pause and check it out. So here we have another indicator that the Pokemon cards are printed there with T-Bros, who is I guess a shipping company, shipping and storage company that works alongside Pokemon, or has contracts with Pokemon. So here they mentioned that the Pokemon game cards are printed and packaged in South Dakota. Still fewer know that. Just 2 years after the game hit the US market, T Brothers Logistics would become Pokemon's shipping partners of choice. So I would imagine that they were shipping for this amount of time, but I don't think there's any indicator that until recently there was no print facility. They weren't printing the cards in South Dakota, but I guess this is a little statement from them, and we'll scroll through that so you guys have all that information in case there's anything that I missed here, but it doesn't really look like it. Just some shout outs from T-Bros to the Pokemon Company and vice versa. If anyone knows more about when exactly they opened or when they started printing, or if there's anything that I missed in terms of timeline here, please let me know. And then here, I guess most importantly, we have the Millennium Print Group official website. On the top right, you can click job openings, and you'll see that you get the Morrisville, NC. Very cool that I think at some point they were doing the foil stamping out of house or somewhere different than the actual print facility. So it's cool to see that they're actually stamping, foil stamping things like the staff promos and stuff like that. And I guess the first through fourth for Pokemon League and things along those nature. Anything that needs a foil stamp. It's weird that they have one person that's in charge of that, I guess. But cool to see that they actually do it in-house. A little bit of information there. Unintentional information. A little bit of learning. And then here we have some positions in Howard, South Dakota. So there's their other location. So they're hiring. They're up and running. Or will be up and running. I think that's pretty well it. I'm going to see if I can do a little bit more digging. We can see if we can find where that first card, that first copy went to. And as always, guys, if you have any information, feel free to reach out. It's been fun. We get a little bit more information. It seems like every hour, but we'll see. Maybe there'll be a part 3 if we can get some significant updates. Love when you guys chip in. See ya in the next one.